everyone, and welcome back to the Star Wars Expanded Universe, now redubbed by Disney, Legends. You know, that wasn't originally, like a catchphrase or anything. It was kind of just something I said, and now I've just kind of stuck with it, so now it's just kind of something I say in every video. But today, we have, X-Wing Wraith Squadron. And I gotta be honest right up front. I try to control my biases and my preferences when I read or watch something. I want to try to look at it by itself to see how it is on its own merits. But I just got off of Back to War, so it was kind of hard. And this is going to be a bit shorter than the other ones, probably. I didn't write as many notes. But first note, Leia. Leia was there again. She gave a little speech. She was like in it for like literally a sentence or two, but it was still nice to see her. I know we're about to get the huge stories with her in a bit anyway. We're going to have, the courtship of Princess Leia, Tatooine's ghost, and then, well, I don't know how big of a part she has in, the Thrawn trilogy, but it's, more of like the movies where it's like Han, Luke, and Leia. It's like their story. But anyway, it's nice to see her. It's always nice to see her. My next note was a convenient way to shove aside the old cast. And this is one of the things that rubbed me the wrong way. I'm really, really hoping that by the next book, because technically there's only 3 that would be with this new team. Well, I don't know, because I know there's Isgard's Revenge, which comes after the Thrawn trilogy, and then there's one more book after that. But these 3 books, don't follow the people that I fell in love with. So it took, hopefully by the next book I won't compare it as much to the previous one, because the previous one will have been this one, so hopefully I'll get used to it. So I tried to be like, how are these characters themselves? How are they good or are they not? But I found myself comparing them to the old cast just because I just finished it, so I apologize, but there is a bit of a bias there. I don't particularly like the new cast, not yet. I mean, they're not bad characters. They're written well. I just was like, but I want my other team. Wedge has apparently been turning down multiple promotions. He does not want to become a general. He wants to stay where he is as like a commander and help, he wants to be there with his squad. He wants to be in the action. He doesn't want to be the one giving the orders from far off. So we get our new team, and I am super bad with names, so I don't really remember any of them except for one of the most interesting and unique actual creations that I think I've ever seen done. It's a cool idea. So we have a smart Gamorrean. For those of you who aren't nerds, though I don't know why you're watching this if you're not. Gamorreans are the pig things from episode 6. It was experimented on, and it was an Emperor Palpatine experiment. Palpatine wasn't in charge of it, but he wanted to see what would happen with this. So we basically just have an intelligent Gamorrean, because most of them are supposed to be stupid and dumb and can do the bare basics of tasks, which is why they don't make very good guards, though, they got the brute force. But they're a lot more like animals than sentient, though they are sentient. And they are, above like a dog or something, but his nickname is Piggy, which I thought was pretty funny. Oh, I forgot to mention one of the most important things. We're 5 minutes in. X-Wing, because I just saw it, right? I completely missed my note there. X-Wing Wraith Squadron is written by Aaron Alston. So we have a different writer for this book. For the next 3 books, it's a different writer from Michael Stackpole. To be honest, though, the transition works pretty well. He doesn't have like a completely different writing style or anything. It felt pretty natural to go from the last one to this one. It's just the fact that it's an entirely new team that just rubs me the wrong way, you know? And then the main character for this book, Cal Tanner, something like that, Tanner. I don't know. He didn't interest me that much, to be honest. Maybe that will change, but I just wasn't feeling it. One of the team basically, like, is rude to Wedge. You know, tell him, like, you can't do this stuff anymore. You're too old. What are you, like, 40? And Wedge's response is, I'm only 28. Which, that's mean to say. But I also think it's something to say that, Fudge, you probably heard that. I'm sorry. Again, I'm recording from my phone, so. But all this stuff, like, he's been in some major battles, lost a lot of friends. So you gotta think, he probably has a bit more wrinkles than most people, a bit more gray hairs than most people his age. He's been through a lot. But still, so mean. It's a 2-decade gap there that you're mistaking him for. Admiral Akbar has a niece, Jasmine Akbar. I'll just get into it now. From here on forward, there's going to be spoilers. So if you don't want spoilers, now's the time to go. It's still a good continuation to the X-Wing series. My biases aside, it's still a good read or a good listen if you're going to listen to it on Audible or whatever like that. My biases are just getting in the way of me fully enjoying it. But if you can overcome biases, unlike me, I'm pretty sure you will have a fantastic time with this. Because I know objectively, this is a pretty good book. My heart just hasn't allowed me to accept it yet. But hopefully that will change with the next 2 books. Next book being Iron Fist. Which I wrote down because it's mentioned again here. Iron Fist is mentioned. So I wrote it down. I noted, again, this might be my biases, I felt that the enemy of this book, who's also going to be the antagonist of the next 2 books, I just did not find him very compelling. It's Warlord Zinj or something like that. I don't know, I just did not feel it with him. Till a bit later, there's a little bit something I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then I dropped it. So, I wrote this power scale thing because this is how I'm trying to understand it. So when it was, the Rebel Alliance versus the Empire, when Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine were still around, I think it was like 10% to 100%. So you had the Rebel Alliance doing small little bitty tough things to the Empire. And then they destroyed the Death Star. That boosted them up to like 30. And then Emperor Palpatine and Darth Vader went bye-bye. And that bumped them up to like 40. And now the Empire's like at 70% because they dropped down after that. And I'd imagine by the time we get to Thrawn trilogy, it'd be like 50-50. And then after that, the Empire's just in a steady decline of being irrelevant. But right now, there's still a threat. Even though we're like maybe 3 years into it now. I'm not exactly sure. Because I know... Oh, wait, not 3 years. I know it had been some time during... time has passed since the events of the Rogue Squadron. But I don't know how much. Sadly... Alright, but again, spoilers. So if you don't want that, go read the book. It's good. Despite my biases, I'm spoiling it now. Jasmine dies. That was one thing that actually got me. I don't know. I didn't expect... I don't know. Like, they just introduced her. So I thought she'd be like a character for the next couple books. But nah, she died. So, that actually hit me. Like, I wasn't expecting it. I didn't cry or anything, but I was like, oh, wow. I wasn't... Cal mentions that when he was younger, he had sat on Yazanin Isgard's lap, like, for, because he was a kid at the time, for, like, a Empire, like, propaganda thing. It's weird. So, near the end, the villain, Warlord Zinj or whatever, he basically offers, some of the other commanders a way to escape, instead of just, like, ditching out a dodge. He, like, he thought about them first. It's like, that makes him seem like a bit more like a person, so I appreciated that. And all I wrote down was Baron Fell, because that name was mentioned, and I assume it's going to have some importance later. And that's pretty much it. That's my notes. So, like I said, it's going to be a bit shorter than the previous reviews. I don't know. I listened to an audiobook for this one. So, and I gotta be honest, I don't know. This is not boring. It was not like Allegiance or Choices of One where I had to fight myself to continue going. They just weren't Rogue Squadron. They just weren't them. I don't know what to say. But I'm still sticking through it, and hopefully I will care about these characters more in the next two. Hopefully. That's pretty much it. If you enjoyed this video, give a thumbs up. If you enjoyed this book a whole lot more than I did, please let me know in the comment section below. And if you hated it, let me know. I didn't hate it, but maybe, I don't know. Just let me know what you thought of this book if you've read it in the comment section below. Stick around for more. We got Iron Fist next and Solo Command. Then we got other stuff. And it's going to be a fun ride. We're getting closer and closer to the Thrawn trilogy, but we're not there yet. So I hope you'll stick through with me as we explore this expansive universe. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.